Alright, Kalalau, Yahweh, Basham, Yahweh Shai, Basham Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone, and salutes to you brothers teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. Now, what we got here is Sophia Stewart, franchise owner of The Matrix and Terminator. I'm gonna go and play what she says, and then I'm gonna go into it, man. So let's play. But we know how she pretty much owner of The Matrix. She was going for court battles and stuff, trying to get win a case over a work and all that. But it's gonna go into some stuff in the
man. See, it's a man.
Let's go back. Let's go.
Terminator, take us there in the Matrix and just to put this from pen to pad. Now, it's one thing to have the idea.
It's very easy. It was a script in a book. The Terminator is the prequels to, or the beginning of the Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connors, Jesus Christ goes up to being Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel. Past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ. The evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. So see, it's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children, which was technology.
So man versus nature.
Hey man, you heard it right there, man. There's so much I want to say on this, but I'm gonna keep it short as a shorter video. But she basically referred to, Neo as and all that, from what I've got as the return of the Lord, and the man versus the machine, man. We're in that time right now. There's another video I'm gonna put up next, Lord willing. Some of these videos would have to be on the Odyssey, but where the link in this the grid, they got a grid point for all these, for this AI technology, the thing as well that we talk about in Rev, and that links everything together on this grid. Now I can't go into too much, at least it gets clipped, but hey, here you have it right there, man. The spirit, we're in the year turning up, and all this stuff is coming out. Everything's turning up too. Everything's turning up and everything's coming out. All right, we're at the helm of this, man. Like you got something called Jade Helm. All right, there's a couple of things I want to bring out. You know what? Let me start here. Let's get this. This is Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2. And let's start from 2, because I'm going to keep this short. Lord, when I can do a longer version of this. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that manner of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And we know what that is. That's Esau, Edom, the rulers of the darkness of this world, who are going for this technology to control man and to try and become like the Most High. But that's a plan that's failed already. It's written that it's failed, and that's the truth. And it's funny how everything that, the truth is the scriptures, man. And I got some quotes on that. Here it is, the Matrix, film, and Terminator. It all goes back to the Bible. It all goes back to the second coming of the Lord. Okay, it all goes back to the truth, man. All right, matter of fact, let me get these quotes right now. Okay. Now, one of the first quotes you got, I'm going to bring out, is you got a quote, life imitates art, or art imitating life, right? Now it says, the opposition, some like Oscar Wilde believe that life imitates art. However, I believe that art imitates life. So there's your quote, man. All these movies, these think tanks, these stories, a lot of stories that are written like poetry and stuff, Shakespeare's and different things. A lot of them, when you read it, they go, even if they talk about treachery, they talk about Judas Iscariot. People today call someone, they call them the Judas cults, Or some people that don't even believe in the Bible, they'll go, oh, Judas. So right now we're clearly talking about we're talking about the scriptures is the truth, man. And people talk and believe in the scriptures even if they act like they don't. It's crazy, man. Everybody really deep down, man, they're just pawns in a movie. They're pawns in a film, man. And there's nothing they can do to get around that. You know, everything's predestinated, everything people are doing. So let me carry on. Oops. All right. So there's that. I've got another quote. Life imitating, or art imitating life, like it says. So which one's which? Well, guess what? They get all these ideas from the truth, from the life. All right. So let's get another quote. You got okay. I want to get that one out. The truth is stranger than fiction. But before I do that, this is one the apostles always go into. Theodore Roosevelt, right? It says a thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. So where did they get all the ideas from? From the scriptures, man. You could look at the X-Men. The X-Men are quoting the Bible in the apocalypse, which in the 90s they had him look like he was basically a straight out giant so-called black man. Easily. Not how to put him in the movie, but how to put him in the 90s and that. And he had red eyes and he would laugh. And I think they probably had a Jake playing it. I could have been mistaken on that. But there was a lot of supervillains that Jake's playing him. And he was in a so-called UFO. And guess what, man? You know, he was quoting about, he said, you're no closer to defeating me than the Babylonians with their pitchforks and fire sticks. So he was quoting about destroying the Babylonians. Matter of fact, let me put that in there, man. Let me put that in there, show you what I'm talking about. Come on, man. If you can't see that, he's actually dark skinned. This is what Apocalypse looked like before they put him in that movie. Before they put him in that movie, man. It would, you know, the new one, and they had like the Amalek looking dude playing. That's not what what he looked like. He looked like this. Come on, man. Look how broad that his nose is. It's a Jake. And that was him at Stonehenge. You know, he came down, he was recruiting the X-Men, and, you know, he come in a chariot. It was mysterious. And we know that the scriptures, Yahushua, the second coming is what this is all about, man. Even the Masons, when they talk about their plans, all they're talking, Albert Pike, their satanic agendas is based off opposing the Lord. All they talk about is the Lord. They even got the scriptures in their temples when they're doing rituals, man. So this is the truth. You can't get around that, man. Okay, now I'm gonna keep this lesson short, and I'm gonna try and do short ones now and then. Let's carry on with this. It says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, or that is worshipped, so that he as a power sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is a power." And that's what he's trying to do. He's got his statues everywhere. He's trying to control, which I don't want to go too deep into that side of things. But he's got his power grid, and he's trying to get everyone hooked up to these machines through the AI, through the thing, you know, and through all of that. And then he's got this thing, this CERN thing that he's using that, and I've got a video I'm doing that's powered up to all these. It's powered up. It's connected to the grid. I found out it's connected, and they called it the grid. It's all connected. They call it that. So is man going to be opposing these machines? Yep. If you read Revelation 13 now, Lord willing, don't take this video down just off me saying this, but it tells you not to get connected to that grid in Revelations 13. And you know, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High. These Edomites have got demonic statues and you know, false gods riddled all over their kingdom, man. Even in their in the names of of crafts and their names of what they're doing is riddled with false gods. These people are really trying to go for it, and part of their agenda is to depopulate the earth, have a small number of people that they control, and then basically, everything's automated. They can control everyone, feed people if they want to, and if they don't, people have to obey them like gods, and then they can go and explore space and all this. This is the vain imaginations of God. That's what they're trying to. They're trying to exalt themselves more than the Most High. They really want to take the Most High out, man. Hence where you get the war in heaven. Right? It says, let's jump 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And know ye not what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time? For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Right? And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Is being exposed right now. It's open. That's why they're kicking you off YouTube. So we got to go on Odyssey and BitChute and all these different pages, man. They don't want us. They don't want us speaking. Damage control, sending agents around, all sorts of doing, buying people off, all sorts, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. She talked about the second coming of the Lord in this clip. She talked about the second coming of the Lord in the clip. Even him whose coming is after the work of Satan with power and signs and lying wonders. All right. So the Lord's going to take out these devils, man. And they call themselves after Satan anyway. They call their crafts and their missions and the things that they do after the devil. Okay. 1 second. They call their crafts and everything that they're doing after the devil. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out one more scripture. Actually, let me bring out this. So I'm trying to keep this short, man, because I wanted it to just be about the clip. Right, Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, even they which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Now, this could be a big lesson. I'm gonna leave it there. But when you read Revelations, it talks about that war in heaven. The Lord's gonna come and crush all of these everything that they've built up, everything that they're trying to build up. It's all gonna be getting disintegrated, man, through fire. The Lord says he shall come back with fire, and even he says he shall come with his chariots as a whirlwind. That's the so-called UFOs, man. So let's get this. Let's go back to the clip. I'm gonna bring out one more I'm gonna bring out one more thing, and then I'm gonna go into this clip. Where are we at? Yeah. It says truth is stranger than fiction. Right? Truth is stranger than fiction. Alright. So I'm gonna try and close out. I want this to be a short video. I don't want it to be a long one. I want it to be a quick hit. And I'll just play the clip one more time. Alright, let's play this clip one more time.
Terminator, take us there in the Matrix and just to put this from pen to pad. Now, it's one thing to have the idea, but to take
it's very easy. It was a script in a book. The Terminator is the prequels to, or the beginning of the Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connor's Jesus Christ, grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel. Past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ. The evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. You see, it's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children with technology.
So man versus nature.
So there you have it right there, man. Everything that they put together is based off the scriptures. All right. Shalom.